What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and what if I told you I am already in the Summit car this week? The car we can't get until the next week, until Wednesday, where you come platinum and then you receive this vehicle. What if I told you I'm in that car right now, already a week early? If I did, I'd be lying to you. I'm actually just in the base Jaguar. I'm in the bone stock Jaguar convertible, the one that was added in the game, the agency update, in the Crew 2, in the Motor Pass, now buyable. I'm in that thing. I just put a livery on it and put the smoky headlights instead of the base headlights, and made the interior the closest I could to orange. And I did this to prove how bad of a Summit car this new one is. Because you can literally, it's just, look at it, look at it. I don't think we're going to be able to use it in the Summit because for some reason they don't let you do that anymore. That's the Summit car, right? And that is my car. Is there some things that are different? Hang on, visual parts, let's go to the front. Can I get rid of that? I can, there we go. And we don't know about the back, but there we go. Now this thing is even closer to the brand new Summit car, because look, it has the most minute things different. The most minute. In fact, share. Here you go. Enjoy your brand new Summit car. I hope you really have fun with your brand new Summit car. This thing is gonna be great. Enjoy. Well, to actually compare the two, let's go in and do the Summit. Yes, we're doing the Summit in the Crew 2 this week because... wrong game. In the Crew Motorfest this week because we got a brand new vehicle. The Temptation Edition. This thing is in the British week as well. There is no loaned vehicle, right? Yeah, it's continuing the trend of not letting you use the vehicle that is the one you get. But what do we use here? McLaren F1, any car from the UK. We got the Bentley Continental. I mean, we'll figure that out, right? Are these... I don't have Hypercar Nitro Chemist yet, do I? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, that's very annoying, actually. But, Street Deer 2, Aerial Atom? I thought that thing sucked. Hang on. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the Expo. The Evora Overcut, okay. GTE, the regular. I don't know. People can't make up their mind. I don't... Which one's the best? Aerial Atom, Bentley Mulliner Bacala, Lotus Evora. There is not a single solid answer here to which car is the best. Okay, now here's an issue. What has my parts on it? That would be lovely to know. Okay, I found them. And of course, because we don't have the transfer yet, I just have to take them all off and then put them all back on again. I can't hear. Okay, nice. And they're the same. It's the exact same. Why can't I scrap? Hello, video game? Let me scrap. Are you going insane? Now I can scrap. I had to go. Whatever. This game sucks, man. And simply because I think it looks the coolest, I'm going to go with the Overcut Edition Lotus. And of course, if you don't know already, what you want to do at the very bottom of the settings, you want to go 10, 10, 0, 0. This works with anything with 4 wheels, and it just makes the car slightly better by default because it turns better, etc., etc. Let's head into the Summit, and let's hop into any UK car, I guess, and the one we're going to be going with is the Lotus Evora. What do we have? Bentley, TVR. Oh, TVR's a bit of a disgrace. The Griffith's the only good-looking TVR ever made. We got the Jaguar F-Type. We got Aston Martin, obviously. And then we got Lotus, and then we got Aerial. You know what? The UK's doing all right. British is doing pretty damn all right. And we got some cool Summit editions, you know. Bentley Mulliner Bacala's exclusive. Oh, well. Let's run this race. I'm curious what's making this race so balanced when it comes to which is the best. Oh, also, I'm supposed to be doing skills first, so let's get this over and done with, and then I'll go do skills. Midnight, and it's this race that they keep putting in the Summit, it's the Porsche race. Yeah, the 911 Legacy first race. Why do they keep putting this one here? This was in the John Wick one, I want to say. And I feel like I did this in something else too. No, NOS. No, NOS. I'll have you know, Motorfest, the British are privy to some NOS. In fact, I believe NOS recently got illegalized. I think something happened with NOS, but Okay, Jensen, chill. Lewis, Nigel, Graham, James, John, Jensen. Are these supposed to be British names? Are those... Those don't look like the names of... Those, to me, don't look like the names from the Porsche playlist. I might be wrong. Those might just be the names from the Porsche playlist. But I don't recognize Jensen, John, Lewis, Gray... John Lewis? Now, that is pretty British, actually. I don't know if... I don't know if anyone not British is going to understand what I'm on about. But Nigel? Nigel, really? What, are you going to have someone in 8th called Farage? Okay, I'm kind of understanding why... Why? Because, yeah, I am currently in 2nd, and it seems that it's no NOS. No NOS is making it so any car can kind of just do it with its base ability rather than using its nitro power. Because, of course, different cars have different power of nitro. And often, that's the big decider for whether they're great or not. In the Crew 2, the Gallardo, which was the best car in Street for a very long time, that was the best car in Street for a very long time, mostly because of its nitro power. It was an okay car. I think stuff like the Audi was actually better than it. But the Audi R8, that is. But it just didn't have the same nitro power. Okay, I always get caught up to here by Jensen and John. I feel like I know someone with almost half of these names. So, you know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe they're right about those being British names. But I don't know if they are supposed to be. Unless maybe they are just Porsche playlist names and I'm getting it wrong. If those are British names and they're not just in this event, I wonder where they got them from. Are they like the 8 most common, the 7 most common British names? Is that what they are? I don't know. But also, that felt like a rubbish run. Okay. It wasn't terrible, but that was not great in the slightest. I imagine we were pretty low down in the rankings. Oh, 400th, but I guess we'll see how that plays out. Top 10,000, so we could still probably come a bit... Oh, also, hang on. No nitro means no nitro chemist. So I wonder how that's going to go. Also, high time exhaust. You can't see it, but there's an exhaust reward. So I'm going to check that out as well. Slalom, slalom, slalom. That's the best thing it could have been because I have Alpha Grand Prix skilled. What's Alpha Grand Prix skilled? Shit, anyone can be skilled at Alpha Grand Prix. Well, I have a specific set that is made for Alpha Grand Prix, and it looks like this. No, it looks like this. This is the best set in the entire game for Alpha Grand Prix skilled. I don't have Alpha Grand Prix Nitro Chemist? Damn. Well, I do have Alpha Grand Prix skilled, so, you know, I'm not complaining too much. There we go. What the parts I just put on does is make it so we get a bunch more points. Like, that's all it does. It doesn't, like, make the car faster or give us any more ability. It just flat gives us more points. That's all these parts do. Honestly, I'm surprised they still left them in the game because they are a bit goofy how they're just car get more points parts. You'll see. We got 16,000, but okay, it's supposed to tell us, no? Or maybe 16,000 is a lot? Sure, I don't know. Maybe you get less than 16,000. I don't know. And this is going to help in every single one of these skills because they're all slaloms, which are all point-based, which means a lot of... This looks like it would go better the other way, actually. I don't know, it looks too bendy up there, right? Way too bendy. Look at this. This is what they call a bend up here. A hairpin, if you will. Look at that. Look at all of that up there. This is what... Oh, this side's just as bendy. Okay, never mind. It seems to straighten out quick, though. Here we go. 1... So I do quite like how they've done this slaloms are available from both sides thing. It's a neat thing to do. It's cool. You know, it makes them all accessible. You don't get the entering from wrong direction thing. Why is there still traffic in slalom summits? What are you on about? I can almost understand not having them in the open world, but why is there still traffic for slaloms in the summit? That's just dumb. Ivory Tower, that's just dumb. 14,000? I feel like that could have been more. I mean, that's still a lot of points, though. Weird how it doesn't give us, like, a cool animation for the points. I mean, the Crew 2 gave us, like, a full animation being like, bum, 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 bum. A wrong theme. Wrong theme. What's the Crew 2's theme when it gives you points? Well, I don't remember, but it does, like, the little theme, and it has the points going up, you know? It does a little, and then you get your points. You don't have that in this game. It just sort of goes, yeah, here's your points, by the way. Like, what? Feels like such an afterthought. It's like, okay, fine. I didn't even want to play that event then. I don't care what points I got. There we go. I do actually care what points I got, honestly. Okay. We're doing pretty good in this, by the way. Okay. Until traffic almost burst my bubble. 14,500. That seems pretty good as well. All of those seem pretty damn good and will most definitely solidify us in platinum. We're already platinum is the issue. We are currently in platinum with 500,000 points. That's sad, I want to say. I mean, hey, it's day one. It's day one. Maybe no one's played it yet. Or no one's playing. We don't know. Okay, so we've done the classic spirit. A stylish race. We'll just go in order. A stylish race it is. Now, I don't have Hypercar Nitro Chemist, but I do have at least something. So we're gonna go with that, not that. Okay. We have this, which is missing one part, and that's an absolute nuisance. I don't want to grind anymore, man. I'm done with grinding. I don't want to grind anymore. Why am I still having to grind? Ah. Okay, where's the McLaren F1? Of course, remember the 10, 10, 0, 0. The bottom ones you want 0. The top ones you want 10. I mean, before it was 10, 10, 0, 0. Now it's what? 10, 10, minus 2. Minus 0.25, minus 0.25. That doesn't roll off the tongue the same way, you know? But we do have the right parts. And should I say McLaren F1? Or should I say the worst version of the Gordon Murray T50? Because that thing is very sick. And I can't wait for that thing to finally be in the Crew 2. And then eventually come to the Crew Motorfest. And it seems like I did a... Oh, no, I thought we were on the racetrack for a second. I was going to be like, oh, good thing I made this thing... racing look because we're on a racing track, but no, we're doing first event in Hawaii Scenic Tour. I will say the fact that the items are swapped out, the assets are swapped out for the British luxury or whatever, European luxury, it kind of works. It kind of works. I need to change difficulty because these guys are a nuisance. Okay. There we go. One, right. You know, because that's how they do it. When you revisit an event, but in the main stage version, you get the same thing. You get all the assets swapped out to the European luxury. And that happens here as well. I just realized that's a Union Jack. I don't know how I didn't realize that before. There's a Union Jack on the European luxury thing. They also... do the Motorfest. They swap them out with just the Motorfest ones if you do events in a custom configuration. Let's go on the inside. Okay. Great. Nice one. Thank you. Oh, well. Let's just do this damn race now. No nitro is interesting, though. Because, I mean, I guess it's luxury cars, right? I suppose that's the thought process. No nitro, because British is about the... Why am I putting Nitro Chemist parts on, then? Why do I keep bothering doing that? What's the meta here? What's actually going to help me? Rather than... putting on parts that aren't going to do anything. This thing looks nice, by the way, though, but why am I being such an idiot? This thing kind of sucks. This thing kind of really sucks. I mean, the thing is I probably suck, and I'm blaming this thing, but this thing sucks. And what's even worse is, I think my number plate's hovering. I don't think my number plate's connected to anything. But that's a question for another time, I guess. Unless it's a really thin grate. Or a grate I can appear to see through. Let me use this camera angle, because I suck right now. Like, I actually suck. I mean, this event isn't great. This event was at one of the press events for Motorfest that I was at, the press launch party for Motorfest. And I wasn't great there either. It was doing it in the base version, the one with the 4GT. I wasn't crazy good there. Clearly, I'm not crazy good here, because I'm still driving pretty poorly. I mean, this thing has center steering, so I mean... I could go into this camera angle and it's the same thing, you know? Center steering. Look at this beauty. This definitely feels like an event you should be playing in sequential or with some kind of gearbox, because this is going terrible for me. I am all over. I see every turn I go wide. Every turn I go wide. Every turn. What am I... Do I have they put ESP and everything up to max for this summit? Is that what they've done? Or did I do that? I might have done that. I'm hoping I didn't, because I don't want traction control sport, ESP sport, and ABS. I want ABS, I want ESP off, and I want traction control. That would make so much sense. That would make so much sense why I suck so bad right now. And why this thing feels like it just doesn't go through any turn the way I want it to. Because it's not got the right difficulty settings on that I normally use. Which is annoying that they can just override my difficulty settings if they have done. Unless I'm an idiot. In which case, we'll figure that out. See, but I play Demolition Royale, and in Demolition Royale, I use the meta settings. So, why would they have been changed? Oh my god. Oh my god. I've been using this the whole time? Okay, that comfort, traction control, sport, ESP off. I'm so dumb. Like, I'm so dumb. And I turned nitro off? I just thought it was the gimmick of the summit. Why would they let you have nitrous? Oh, well, I can use nitrous. Why would they let you have it off? Like, whatever. Whatever. Okay, there we go. That's the sliding I like. Now I'm even more confused why all these cars are balanced. I wonder how many people at the start of this video have been like, Sid, what are you talking about? Sid, I had nitrous. What are you on about, Sid? You idiot. What are you doing, Sid? By the way, the difficulty settings I changed, those are the best you can do. Traction control to sport, ESP off, ABS on. That's the absolute best settings to use in this game. And also, this thing is beautifully slidey. Oh, I feel so much quicker. Right, let me just quickly get 2 clean runs through so I'm not wasting your time. So clean with the drifts, though. Boys, I am hitting the drift. And taking, well, it's not really a race line game when you're using these settings. It's a drift game. Especially in a car like this. This overcut edition is slidey. Very much so. But I am taking these turns beautifully. Oh my god. Okay, right. I don't want to waste your time too much seeing these events again. That means I've been playing Demo Royale with all assists recently as well. Surprising that I've been getting like 10 8-kill games considering I was playing with all assists. And no wonder I've had so many games where I'm playing so much worse than I usually do, considering I've had so many assists. There we go. That's a score. That puts us 34th globally. 34th on every platform. And let me do this McLaren event again as well, but I'm not going to waste your time with it. 339. I don't remember what I got before, but that looks pretty good compared to something. If you compare that to anything, it would look pretty good, right? 1 minute, 1:08. If you compared that to a literal toddler playing the game, I imagine that would look like relatively speaking, right? Relatively speaking. Well-rounded lines is this next one with the Jaguar E-Type. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll give you that. The Jaguar E-Type's got some pretty well-rounded lines. Then we got, okay, Jaguar E-Type. Right. Okay, now I gotta go get my parts and put them on the Jaguar E-Type. Because no, they can't just give us like a part swapping system. We have to go do this ourselves every time. Thank you, Ivory Tower. Very cool. No part swapping and the same parts pool for Street Tier 1 and Street Tier 2. Thank you, Ivory Tower. Very cool. I love having to manage 2 sets of car parts in 1 set of car parts amount of space. Why give us Street Tier 1 and Street Tier 2 in the exact same thing without getting rid of without doubling space? Why give us 2 specs worth of parts in 1 spec's space? Double the space. Whatever, this is pointless to complain about, but double the space. There's bigger things at hand, but double the space. And also, if you don't know, more tips and tricks. If you can wide body a car, you should wide body a car, because the wider the car, the better the car handles. That's a carried over thing from the Crew 2. Wider the car, better it handles. Let's go 0, 0, and 10, 10, and then let's go to the race. My car is still customized based on a Crew 2 Valentine's bundle, actually. Interestingly, I believe I left it like this because it was changed. I customized all of my cars in Street 1 at some point. I can't see anything. The teddy bear's cool and all, but I can't see anything. Okay. All right, that only was really an issue when it comes to people in front of us. Now I should be fine. Maybe. Teddy bear's still not great though. What event is it? What event is this? I can't actually tell yet. Yeah, I actually have no idea yet. Also, I don't know what they've done to the NOS, but the NOS does not look like it used to in the Crew 2. But a lot of vanities that's happened to. A lot of vanities do not look like they used to. What is this? Some kind of Hawaii Scenic Tour event? Probably, right? If I had to guess, I'd guess that. Because that's all I can really think of. The only event that I know that would go through such an area is like is either the BMW Z4 or the Camaro, right? The red Camaro event or the yellow BMW Z4 event. That's my guess on which events these are. Honestly, Summit videos have kind of just become Sid guesses which event it is and is almost always right. A jump? A big jump? What are we taking a big jump for? Okay. There we go. Oh, we're going very fast off of that jump. And NOS is rather powerful. Can I swing it? I couldn't swing it enough. I will say this thing is an iconic vehicle. Absolutely. It's definitely, I don't know if it's known for its curves specifically, but it is a very, very, very iconic vehicle. I can give it that. This thing is pretty damn cool. And it's so iconic that now we have... Oh, how many F-types do we have, actually? We have the... Oh, did I say F-type? E-type is what I mean. We have this one, the convertible one, the one that is from American Legends, the heist one, and now this one. Do we have 4 in total? 2 coupes, 2 convertibles? I think so. Damn. You know what? Sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it's a bit odd when we have this many of a single car. Oh, damn it. Let's get some speed. We got some speed. 190 is the top that this thing does. Damn. I still kind of can't see, though. No. That sucks. You know what? I'd actually be upset if I got whatever this event is wrong. If this is like an American muscle power event or something, I'd be upset because I've got it wrong. This event is a bit of a hassle. I will probably, if I have to do any event again to really solidify platinum, it'll probably be this event. It's not gone great for me. I've gone wide on too many turns, and I might even have to get rid of the teddy bear on top of my car, unfortunately. Although it does look quite cool. No, I don't want to, man. I don't want to. I'll just do it in hood view. That's what I'll do. What a nice car, though. What a cool car, I will say. Oh, they were all E-types, except for a few Mercedes. What is this? Classic British? Those can't be the only classic British cars that are in this game. I don't even think that Mercedes is classic. Country, UK, period, classic. In Street 1... Oh, no, yeah, it's just the... Oh, this is the only classic ones in the entire game? What? That's a 2021! What do you mean classic? Is the game confused? 1961, 1961, 1961, 1993, because it does everything 2000 and older. 2021. Hello? Is the video game okay? Is it confused a little bit? Let's go back into the summit, and I think everything that we need to have parts on now has parts on it. No Bentley Continental Super Sport, because of course. Let's go on to here. Let's go over to the Evora. Let's take the parts off the Evora. There we go. Let's just put on... No, I don't want to put on Street 1 parts. I want to put on Street 2 parts. There we go. Where's the Bentley Continental? It is there. Let's go ahead and put on these parts. I don't know why I have letter tires on a Bentley. And now let's play most comfortable ways. The names don't really stick like they used to in the Crew 2, because obviously they name the events in the summit individually. They name them specifically in the summit because they're just rehashes of events that are already in the game, but in the new, in this, like I mentioned already. Why? I thought they fixed these. What? I thought they fixed the white walls. I put on white walls because I was like, oh yeah, they fixed the white walls. What? Also, nice looking car for this race, by the way, but I thought they fixed the white walls. Whatever, honestly. This is the Lamborghini event where you drive the Cyan is what this is. And they make the events, they put them like this so they're different, and then they give them a unique name for every summit too. I wonder if they'll ever give up on that. Because again, I'm so deathly afraid that they're just going to be giving up on so many things. Because that's what they tend to do with certain event types and stuff. In the Crew 2, they always did. They would do something every week, or do something every day, or do something every month. And anything that was every day, every month, every week, that would eventually become automized. It would become tokenized. It would just become... Like, they used to do It was subtle. It was simple. It was subtle. They used to do a paragraph in the pause menu about every single week. Whatever week it was, they would put like a little, hey, racers, today it's this week, and this has happened in the crew. But then they stopped doing that. They used to give you unique daily missions, and they got rid of that. They used to give unique weekly missions in the motor pass. Then they got rid of that and made them just gain followers every week. There's so many unique things that they do that take like an hour a week, if that, of someone's time to think up and then implement, type up. But they get rid of them and itemize them and tokenize them and simplify them, automize them. That's a bunch of mises, but they're ising everything instead of actually uniquing everything. So we're losing money for this one? The goddamn clean driving multiplier? I'm glad I'm glad the clean driving multiplier doesn't apply to events. That makes me happy. Is that a spoiler? Is that technically an automatic spoiler at the back? Can you see that? Is it gonna go down if I go too slow? I don't know if it is. At the very bottom of the windshield. I'd be surprised if it is, but huh, that's strange. Also, this event is kind of alright. There's definitely some turns that are a bit, but most of that event was actually pretty fun. This car's okay as well. It's a bit heavy, but it's not like American muscle car heavy, right? There's cars that are worse than this thing, surprisingly. We can see through the under of the bonnet there. Nice one, Ivory Tower. 107,000 points. Brilliant. 2 events left, and then we've done the entire summit. A collector mood and those neat curves. Oh, they like their curves. All right. Collector's mood is the E-Type, and then Hypercar UK will do the E-Type first. Not a car I enjoy driving, but we'll give it another look, I guess. I mean, do I have to guess what event this is? I mean, I don't, right? I don't. What I do need to guess is what's actually in front of me because of this damn bear. I mean, the Mercedes that they've put in this event, I will say it is another iconic, like, looking car. That Mercedes, it looks pretty sick. It's a cool looking car, and I really like its touring version as well, because it's like a little souped up thing. And Mercedes cool, the E-Type is cool. If I wanted either one in real life, I'd get the E-Type so I could sell it for more. But if I had to drive one, that Mercedes is pretty sick. I don't know if it's an acquired taste or not. I just quite like that thing. Also, I like how you can see almost all of the different E-Types in here. You got a coupe, me, then you got the getaway one, the one from the crew too. Then there's other ones that are the base convertible E-Type. No one's in the new Summit E-Type though, which now I'm curious what I'm going to end up doing for thumbnails if no one's in the Summit E-Type. Oh wait, I can just use the fake Summit E-Type that I made. Oh dear, oh no. Well, it's their fault. It's their fault for making an E-Type that is so simple when it comes to look. And also, please, Ivory Tower, bring back one lone vehicle event in the Summit that is the Summit car for Summit car Summits. Premium Summits, that's what they call them, right? If there's a Summit car and a Summit, that's a Premium Summit. For a car that has ABS on, this thing really just doesn't turn at high speeds at all. Like, if I'm braking, it just doesn't turn at all. Even considering it has ABS on. But it's really annoying, honestly, because I will try and turn, and it does like the Lightning McQueen's first attempt of turn right to go left. It just, like, it freezes in place, goes straight forward. Or when he tried to make the turn, and he slid out, that's what it was. It wasn't going right to go left, it was going whichever way he was trying to turn. Yeah. But it didn't work. Also, that was a bad way of teaching him that, because it's not go right to go left, it's turn left a bit, wait for your car to start sliding that way, then turn right a bit and balance it. I guess that doesn't roll off the tongue as easy though. No, he was probably onto something a bit better than I. Okay, there we go. 119. Sweet. Out of the final event of the summit, McLaren P1 Gold Line Edition. Really? I mean, it's wide, I guess. But that seems to be what everyone's using. Currently a locked vehicle, actually. That's because this thing came out during Into the Storm, I believe, but comes out very, very soon in the Crew 2. But it doesn't come out in the Crew Motorfest for a very long time. It's still locked. A lot of cars that are out now in the Crew 2 are still locked in the Crew Motorfest, surprisingly. But let's use our Gold Line Edition in this event. Where is she? She's over here. Pro settings, you boys know what I'm gonna do. There we go. What do we got in UK hypercars? Bunch of McLarens, the Jaguar thing. This thing, is this a real car yet? Because it's concept in the game. It's concept big there, small concept for the lunar year, apparently. We got more McLarens. We got 2 Lotus, yeah, of course. The KS, yes, the designer of that is British. And then just some more McLarens. A lot of McLarens. Surprised the gold line's so good, honestly. Here she is. The gold line edition. I never really liked this thing when it came out. I feel like this has to be one of my least driven motor pass cars in the crew too. But people like it here, and it kind of grew on me eventually. Same with the Silvery. The Porsche 918 Spider Silvery edition. That thing kind of grew on me too. What is going on? Okay, I'm on difficulty 1. How are they still that quick off the line? There we are. What event is this? Motorcycle playlist event? Really? Why are we doing motorcycle playlist event in hypercars? That's what I really want to know. I will say, apparently last summit had one really fun event. It was the motocross downhill event in a rallycross car. That one was apparently really fun, but I didn't end up playing it. But it would have been sick to play something like that on wheel or whatever, right? That would have been really cool. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to handle this much power in this tight of an area. No wonder this thing's the best. It's the widest. This entire race is just about turning. And all the names are the same. So I actually do think those are supposed to be British names, which means they changed the names of AIs in the summit as well. I was curious if they did that, but I was like, nah, that's surely something. There's too much effort. They would forget about doing that way too quickly. They would be like, oh, we'll do this for the first few, and then we'll give up like they often do. I know it's a very pessimistic outlook that I have on the crew's effort, but it's with reason, right? It's with reason. But, you know, it's a surprise they do actually change the names for the summit, because I wouldn't expect them to bother that much. They have fun with names and some other stuff. Donut Media has the AIU race called Homer, because donuts. And sometimes, if you go into a custom race, the other players' names, one of them will be Hamehameha, which is, of course, an Adventure Time reference. My favorite anime. I will say, once you get the hang of a car like this, it's quite nice. It's just one of those things where you balance a slide, right? Like most cars and handling in this game. It's just about balancing a slide. I'm probably going to fail here because I'm going to jinx it, but it's like, oh, that wasn't even really a slide, but it was similar. Final event as well. This should be nice to complete, satisfying to complete, and we'll see where we finish, because I don't think enough people care about this summit car. I think I'm fine to not touch this summit again. Not only have I got pretty good runs so far, but no one's gonna care about this summit, is my thinking. Because why would they, right? Because it's just a Jag. It's just a convertible Jag that I've shown from the intro of this video you can make yourself. Like, easily make yourself. And there we go. 3 minutes 37. I don't know how quick that is, but probably kind of, right? If it was any quick, it would be probably kind of. And how many points we got? We got 116. Nice. Great. Simple. That will give us a final ranking of 171st. Pretty high. Also, we got a brand new exhaust sound. I will check that out in another video. But that's about it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to popular members. A special thank you to famous members. And an insane thank you to star members. Danimal the Manimal, Grim Pepper. And an insane top of the top thank you to icon members. HK. And this is the summit car. We got it already, chat. We got it already. Woo. I'll see you boys in the next one in a bit.